The government looks overseas for help in the wake of Cyclone Gabrielle. Police crack down as arrests are made for looting in cut-off areas and the drive to better prepare young people behind the wheel. Te Maria, I'm Sherry Kinnear and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Attention's turning to the rebuild in the aftermath of Cyclone Gabrielle and getting overseas workers in to help. The death toll stands at 11, while around 800 people have been moved into temporary accommodation. About 28,000 households remain without power across the North Island. The bulk of those are in Napier. Officials are warning that as the silt dries and turns to dust, people should cover themselves up when clearing sites. Prime Minister Chris Hipkins says they've been looking at how to best support getting workers into the country.
Today we've accepted an offer of support from Fiji. 10 personnel from their Defence Force, 4 Fire Authority crew and 4 National Disaster Management Office officials are preparing to leave for New Zealand in the coming days. The United States and Australia, through the New Zealand Defence Force, have provided crucial satellite imagery products of the affected areas. And we're in the final stages of working to accept an offer from the Australian Defence Force.
The cut-off Wairoa District continues to face road closures, power outages, extensive flood damage and a severe shortage of clean drinking water. Parts of the district have been hit harder than others. Mayor Craig Little says residents are currently living in a town of two halves. He says some people are living as normal while others have homes that are still underwater. In Auckland, Muriwai, Bethells Beach, Piha and Karekare communities remain cut off, except to those allowed to remain in their homes. Thousands of people across the region are still without electricity and about 50 roads are still closed. Meanwhile, police have been receiving reports of looting and have arrested 2 gang members over an incident in which shots were fired. Police have arrested a further 42 people in Hawke's Bay alone and another 17 in Tairāwhiti for various offences since Tuesday. Thefts of generators are being blamed for delays in restoring communications to Gisborne and Hawke's Bay. The Telecommunications Forum says at least half a dozen have been stolen over the past couple of days.
This is really bad form, and I'd like to reiterate to the gang leaders, get your guys out of their cars, off the streets and stop this behaviour. Show some leadership.
In other headlines, young drivers are being reminded of the dangers open roads pose and their potentially tragic consequences. The Crash Bash Road Safety Education Program will roll out across Canterbury schools from today with the aim of keeping teenagers safe on the open road. Data shows young drivers are at more risk of a serious crash in the first 6 to 12 months of driving solo on a restricted licence. And in world news, Turkey is ending rescue efforts in all but 2 provinces almost 2 weeks after the massive quake that has claimed tens of thousands of lives. Hope is now fading of finding anyone else alive in the rubble. The death toll is more than 46,000 and more than 1 million people are currently homeless. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more stories and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.